Ah, Mr. Bond. No, I expect you to die. Hey monkeys, how you doing? Damien Keys here. Should you say yes to everything? You want to build experience, you want to get the work, you want to build a career for yourself. So should you just say yes to everything and then figure out how to make it work later? Well, this is not a cut and dry answer. This is not just a yes or no answer. This needs thought because it depends what your long-term career goals are. If you are looking at this being a financial thing, then probably yes. You know, if this is just about the money, then say yes now. And there's a kind of a supply and demand aspect to this where you get as much work as you can get for whatever you can get. And then when you're full, you can start being a bit more choosy with the work. You can start pushing your prices up. You can start being more selective. As you get more work and you get more experience and people are seeing you, that will go round and round until you don't have to do the work that you don't want to do, and the work will escalate and get bigger and better. So if this is a financial based decision, maybe, probably a good idea. What if you want to be a session player? What happens if you want to play for other people and you want to get down that line of work? Should you say yes to everything? I'm leaning towards yes, but at the same point, I still probably wouldn't say yes to absolutely everything, because here's a few things. What happens if you're playing for a few different artists, you're playing on their time frame, and what happens if they want to rehearse 3-4 times a week and they want to gig certain days, and then you're playing for 2-3 artists and they're starting to clash, and all of a sudden they're starting to get annoyed with you and feeling you're a bit flaky because you're playing with too many different people. And then your reputation starts to get a little bit tarnished because you can't fit everything in. So that isn't going to help you. And also, when it comes to certain gigs, I've got plenty of friends who have gone down the route of doing gigs dressed as superheroes or Santa. Has that helped their career? No, not really, no. They just look like a bit of a dickhead while they're playing guitar. So, should you say yes to everything? More so than not, yes, but at the same point, there's still a line. If you're a guitarist, should you say yes to a bass gig because there's an opportunity there? I would say yes, absolutely. That's the type of thing that you should do. But what if you want to be an artist? What happens if you want to be in a band and you want that to be your long-term career goal of selling records and being successful in a band? Should you say yes to everything? I'd say no, absolutely not, because there's too many things that you can say yes to that will be detrimental to your career. For example, what if you get offered 3 gigs in 1 week in the local area? Well, that would be a terrible idea because you're spreading your fan base too thin. Not all of your fans are going to come to every single gig. So you're splitting your fan base potentially into 3, which means the promoter's going to get pissed off, the venue's going to get pissed off, the gigs aren't going to be as good, therefore the fans probably aren't going to come to your next gig. So you don't want to be doing that. So saying yes to everything if you're an artist and just going and getting more experience and doing gigs, or if you're an artist and you get offered a gig as a session guitarist here and there, or you get offered to go and do sessions elsewhere, it's taken away from your time and it's taken away from your project. Time is the most important thing. So if you're an artist, if that's what you want to do, if that's your end goal, I want to be in a band and I want to make it and I want to sell records, then you going away and doing a tour for 3 weeks as a session guitarist, is that going to help you? It might help you personally. It's not going to help the band, I wouldn't suggest. So I would say be very careful on saying yes to everything if you are wanting to be an artist. So it's not a cut and dry thing, but it depends on what you want to achieve in your long-term goal. If you want to be a session player, possibly. If you want to just make money, then why not say yes to everything? But if you just want to make money and that's it in music, then you're probably going to find that in a couple of years you'll want to do something different anyway. And if you want to be an artist, then every decision matters. Every decision that you make is about you making records, being on tour, building your fan base, all of those kind of things. So hopefully that helps, because it is a question that crops up quite regularly. Should you say yes to everything? You decide. I'll see you guys tomorrow.